Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Ayurveda videos. I am Dr. Manasa. In today's video, I am speaking about the relationship between Ayurveda and Mahabharata. Ramayana and Mahabharata are the greatest epics of Indian literature written in Sanskrit. Mahabharata is an epic narrative of the Kurukshetra war, including the battle between the Pandava and Kaurava princes. It is translated as the great tale of the Bharata dynasty. Mahabharata is not just a story. It also contains many philosophical preachings and devotional material, including the four chief goals of life, that is, Purusharthas. Bhagavad Gita is one of the segments of Mahabharata which has been highly worshipped and valued. It comprises of philosophical preaching done by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, the Pandava prince, to enlighten him to take up the battle against bad and evil. It helps us to lead a moral way of living. The story of Damayanti and abbreviated version of Ramayana and the Rishishringa are other important parts of Mahabharata. Vyasa or Vedavyasa is supposed to be the author of Mahabharata. The oldest preserved parts of the text are thought to be not much older than around 400 BCE, though the origins of the epic probably fall between 8th and 9th century BCE. The Mahabharata is the longest known epic poem. It also described as the longest poem ever written. Its longest version consists of 1 lakh shlokas or verses and over 2 lakh individual verse lines because each shloka is a couplet and also consists of long prose passages. It comprises of about 1.8 million words in total. It is roughly 10 times the length of Iliad and Odyssey combined, or 4 times the length of Ramayana. W.J. Johnson has compared the importance of Mahabharata in the context of world civilization to that of the Bible, the works of Shakespeare, the works of Homer, Greek drama, or the Quran. Different types of personalities and their psychology, socio-economic, and political conditions of that period can be described in Mahabharata. It gives us the complete picture of the art and culture of that period, and it can be called Encyclopedia of Bharatakhanda. Coming to the relationship of Ayurveda and Mahabharata, it is not surprising to find excerpts and references of Ayurveda, its branches, medicines, and practice of medicine in Mahabharata. Subject materials related to Ayurveda and various types of medicinal and surgical methods explained in Ayurveda can be seen referred to in Mahabharata. One can also find the reference and description of Ashtanga Ayurveda or 8 branches of Ayurveda in Mahabharata. We can find a reference in Mahabharata wherein sage Narada Maharshi inquires Yudhishthira, elder brother of Pandavas, about his health status and quizzes him as, "Oh Yudhishthira, how is your health? Are you getting proper treatment or not?" By adopting satsanga, that is circle of good, like-minded and compatible people, and sadachara, that is noble deeds, the psychological disorders can be prevented. By taking the wholesome diet, most of the disorders occurring in the body can be prevented. Whether the royal physicians are well versed in ashtangas or not, this reference shows that medicinal practice already existed in those days. One can also see that Satsanga, which has been explained as Sadvrta in Ayurveda, Sadachara and Ashtanga mentioned in the above said context, which directly refers to Ayurveda principles. Kashyapa was an expertise in toxicology. The discourse between Takshaka, that is king of serpents, and Kashyapa is a proof of Kashyapa's brilliance in toxicology. Kashyapa is said to have revived the banyan tree which was reduced to ashes by Takshaka. Practice of divine therapy in toxicology was also seen in Mahabharata. In another incident, King Parikshit had a snake bite. Later, he had called upon the physicians who were experts in the field of toxicology to attend him. Once, Duryodhana, The elder Kaurava prince administered poisonous food to Bhima, the middle brother of Pandavas. When Bhima had become unconscious as a result of consuming the poisoned food, Duryodhana had him thrown into the river. Later, Bhima was survived and revived due to the bite of a serpent. This suggests that Jangama Visha, that is, animal poison, might have acted as an antidote to Sthavara Visha, that is, plant poison, which has also been explained in Ayurveda. In Mahabharata, various types of serpents have been described. It is stated that Lord Brahma, the creator himself, taught toxicology to Kashyapa. One can find a story of Kacha Devayani in Mahabharata. It tells us that Brihaspati sent his son Kacha to Shukra for learning Mrita Sanjeevini Vidya, the treatment which can resuscitate those who are dead or almost dead. We can also find mention of diseases, their causative factors, treatment in Mahabharata. In the Shanti Parva section of Mahabharata, the psychosomatic disorders and their clinical picture, along with the influence of Trigunas, that is, Sattva, Raja, and Tama, on the body and mind in a similar way as found explained in Ayurveda. Ashwinis, the celestial physician duo, treated the blindness of Upamanya, which was caused due to the consumption of arka leaves or caltropes. Atriputra suffered from Raja Yakshma, that is tuberculosis, wasting disease caused due to excessive copulation. He was later revived by proper administration of treatment. In yet another instance, during her pregnancy, Gandhari, the queen of Hastinapura and the mother of Kauravas, beat herself on her abdomen, which resulted in abortion. The pieces were kept separately, each piece in a separate earthen pot containing ghee for a period of 10 months. As a result, endangered one child from each preserved piece. We can infer that the formation of test tube baby was already in practice from these available references. The influence of mother's feeling on the baby has been explained in Mahabharata, just as it is done in the embryology basics of Ayurveda. It is said that Ambika, the mother of Dhritarashtra, the blind king of Hastinapura and father of Kauravas, closed her eyes out of fear at the time of intercourse. She gave birth to Dhritarashtra, who was blind at birth. With this incident, one can infer that the feelings of the mother can reflect over the progeny. We also have a direct reference of this incident which tells that Ambika closed her eyes as she could not see the glow emitted by the sage, and as a result Dhritarashtra was born blind. Going to one more instance, when Bhishma, the commander-in-chief of Kauravas, the grandfather to both Kauravas and Pandavas, was wounded and was lying on the bed of arrows during the Kurukshetra war, Duryodhana called experienced and skilled surgeons to treat Bhishma. But heroic Bhishma refused to take any treatment as he wanted to die on the bed of arrows as a true Kshatriya or warrior. This suggests that military surgeons and practice of surgery also existed in those days. Thanks for watching the video. To learn more about health and Ayurveda in an easier way, keep watching Easy Ayurveda videos.